In the 2022-2023 season, VfB Stuttgart finished in 16th place in the Bundesliga and managed to survive the relegation playoff. Fast forward 12 months and Stuttgart under Sebastian Hoeneß are into the Champions League. Let's see how we can replicate his tactics in FC24. Hoeneß has largely used a 4-2-2 system which has brought unpredictability and a lot of attacking dynamism to VfB Stuttgart's play. This setup allows Stuttgart to create various overloads throughout the entirety of the field, both with and without the ball. The team's aggressive pressing high pitch allows them to disrupt the opposition's build-up play, as well as set the tone for their offensive transitions. Now moving on to the tactics and the tactical vision, it will be set to kick and rush, which can effectively harness the fluidity of the front line. This approach relies on the centre-backs having the capabilities and the ball skills to play the ball from back to front into the forwards or even just in behind the opposition's defense. While prioritizing dynamic attacking moves, it is crucial to note that Hoeneß demands a possession-based style of play at all times. Possession retention is absolutely essential to the attacking efficiency of the side. This ensures a balance between aggressive forward movements as well as strategic ball control. Now moving on to the defense and the defensive style, it is set to press after possession loss, and this will ensure that the team as a whole will look to try and win the ball back nice and quickly high up the field. Stuttgart's players tend to swarm the opposition, creating turnover opportunities and launching rapid counter-attacks. The team's defensive width will be set to 25, which will look to try and congest the midfield. This will look to try and block out passing lanes as well as midfield fluidity for the opposition. This compactness facilitates coordinated pressing in the central zones, and therefore it will allow Stuttgart to dictate the tempo of the game. So for the team's depth, it will be set to 75, but against a weaker side, it can be pushed up to around an 85. This strategic flexibility allows Stuttgart to maintain a pressure in the advanced areas of the pitch, allowing them to disrupt the rhythm of the opponent's build-up play. It can also allow the team to sustain possession as well as rotate effectively. Now moving on to the offense and the build-up play, it will be set to long ball, which will encourage the ball-playing centre-backs to bypass the midfield and play directly into the forward line. While Stuttgart under Hoeneß typically favour possession-based football with the short 5-yard passes, this can be a nice variation to their attacking outlets and can often catch the opposition off guard. For the chance creation, it will be set to direct passing, which will encourage the Stuttgart forwards to try and break in behind the opposition's defense, allowing them to exploit the space as well as set up goal-scoring opportunities. The team's front four often rely on intricate combination play as well as quick movements. This can often lead to them breaking through the opposition's defensive line with their dynamic runs. As for the team's offensive width, it will be set to 50, and this can allow them to attack from the central zones as well as the wider areas of the field. For the players in the box, it will be set to 8, and this will indicate Stuttgart's commitment to overloading the opposition's box in the attacking phases of play. The numerical advantage in the box will often lead to the team winning the secondary balls as well as being ready for the crosses and the cutbacks. As for the corners and the free kicks, as always, it will be set to 4. Now taking a look at the individual player instructions, starting off at the back with Nubel, who will be set to having a balanced approach for saving on crosses as well as being set to a sweeper keeper, and this will allow him to be very important in the build-up play. The goalkeeper's distribution from the back often adds another dimension to Stuttgart's attacking outlets. He can often look to initiate the attacks with his accurate passing. For your two centre-backs, Zagadou as well as Anton, they will be set to the same set of instructions, and that will be conservative interceptions as well as step up. Hoeneß will often encourage a proactive defensive approach with his centre-backs. He would expect his centre-backs to anticipate the opposition movements as well as look to try and intercept passes. Along with the defensive duties, Hoeneß also expects his centre-backs to potentially go ahead and start certain attacks with their dominant on-the-ball carrying abilities. Now looking at your two fullbacks who will have the same roles and instructions, they'll be set to join the attack, have aggressive interceptions, having a mixed run type as well, often looking to invert as well as overlap in certain moments, and then of course having the ability to step up. You want your fullbacks very committed to the aggressive press that Stuttgart look to implement in real life. As you'll see here for the left back in Mittelstadt, or it could even be an Ito, he'll be set to the same role and instructions as well. Now moving on into the midfield, and the double pivot is absolutely essential to the success of the side. They will look to aggressively press in the central zones, looking to win the ball back and break up the fluidity and the passing rhythm of the opposition. And once they have won the ball back, they'll look to progress the ball further forward into the attackers to potentially go ahead and launch counter-attacking opportunities. Both of the roles of Stiller as well as Kazor will be set to the same, or for a matter of fact, anybody who you more or less want to play in the central zones, they'll always be set to the same roles, and this will help with the aggressive pressing as well as the ball retention and capabilities of the offensive end of things. So you want both of them to be set to cut passing lanes for the defensive behavior, as well as having a balanced approach for the attacking support, aggressive interceptions, having the ability to stick to position in the offensive end of things as well. And then, of course, the defensive positioning will be set to cover the wing. As you'll see here for the role of Kazor, he's got the same role and instructions as well. Now, moving on to your left midfielder in Furyk, who is often seen as a wide playmaker. He'll often look to try and interchange passes and combination plays with the fullback who will be looking to overlap or underlap just in and around him. He'll also look to try and facilitate and create for the attackers in the box. For his role going forward, he'll be set to come back on defense, having a balanced width, allowing him to drift centrally at times or even out wide to the wing area, as well as the support runs will be set to balanced. You would also want and require him to show a bit of an initiative and try and press aggressively in the wider zones, pairing it up with the aggressive fullback nature, as well as the support runs for the crosses will be set to balanced. As for the role of Llewellyn, who is often seen as a further forward player, he can also operate higher up the field in a striker role, but you want him drifting higher up into that more frontline area, landing on the end of crosses, getting into the attacking zone, creating overloads higher up the pitch as much as possible. So in order to replicate his role going forward, he'll be set to come back on defense, as well as, the likes of Furyk also looking to help back as much as possible. The transgression will be set to free roam, and this allows him to drift more centrally at times, looking to operate in the central zones, interchange passes with the further forward players, as well as the support runs will be set to balance, sometimes allowing him to use his pace to break in behind, penetrate the opposition backline, or other times he can look to use more physicality to his game and hold up the play and link up with the fullback in and around him. Of course, the interceptions will also be set to aggressive, but the change that we have made is the fact that Llewellyn will be told and instructed to break into the box as much as possible. Now moving on to your strikers of Undav as well as Gurasi, who will also have the same role and instructions. They'll be set to a balanced width, allowing them to drift out to those wider channels, link up play with the wingers and the fullbacks, but at the same time they can also look to be a focal point in the central zones. The attacking runs will also be set to mix, allowing them to use their physicality, be a target player, hold up the play and link up with the other midfielders, or they could also choose to drop a bit deeper and often play as a false nine, looking to get on the ball, dictate the pace of play, overload the midfield, as well as open up space in the opposition's backline for maybe a Llewellyn or a Silas or maybe even a Furyk to try and exploit. You want them to also aggressively press the opposition. It's all about pressing with this team, so your front line are absolutely essential to that. So both will also be set to aggressive interceptions, as well as the fact that they will be set to a basic defensive support. As you'll see here for the likes of Undav, he's got the same role and instructions as well. Now, if you do make rotations to the side and the likes of a Silas as well as a Melo do come in, they will have slightly differing roles to the players that were there before. For the likes of Silas, he is a bit more of a direct, more aggressive attacker in the wider spaces. He can also play on the left or the right-hand side, but his role and instructions going forward will be set to come back on defense, still looking to help out, but the chance creation will be set to a balanced width. I know Furyk also had a very similar role where he would drift inside and out, but for Silas, you want the balance width to be paired up with the fact that he will consistently look to make those runs in behind, looking to penetrate the opposition's backline as much as possible, looking for those long balls over the top, and trying to position himself in the best position to possibly go ahead and put the ball in the back of the net. He will also still aggressively press in those wider zones, as well as make those runs into the box for the cross. As for the role of Milo, a very similar role to Furyk as a wide playmaker on that right-hand side, or even on the left-hand side in certain moments. Come back on defense, having a balance with having also a balanced support, as well as aggressive interceptions and then balanced crossing runs. And there you go, guys. That is how I would implement and replicate Sebastian Hoeneß's 4-2-2 system into FC24. I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to smash that like button down below and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Out of 10, I would give the system a solid 8.5. I think it's a fantastic system to go ahead and implement into FC24. And even in real life, Hoeneß last season helped them survive relegation, and this season he's now got them into the Champions League, and that is an incredible achievement. Honestly, it really is. So you guys can let me know though down below, but right here, right now, we have still got the gameplay to go ahead and film. So let's hop on straight into that. Okay, people, so for this segment of the video, I will be talking to you about how you should maybe look to try and set out with this team, how you should maybe look to play with certain players, and all of that good stuff. So, off the bat, a lot of passes in the back line. You want your centre-backs on the ball as much as possible. I know Vladimir Anton is very good with driving into those central areas of the pitch, looking to win the ball back and just create overloads higher up the field. And I don't know why Gurasi didn't make that run. He should have made that run. But anyways, Again, looking to press in the central areas as much as possible and win the ball back. Very, very good. Back into Zagadou. And right here, they've called a foul. I don't know why. You should have just played advantage. But anyway, we're gonna go short with it. Not looking to commit. Why? Why would you do that? This game at times. But yes, looking to maintain possession is the main aim of the game. But also dynamic attacking runs in the forward areas. Absolutely essential to the success of the side. Again, a great tackle from Wagnerman. Bang, bang, bang. Just looking to reset in a particular way. And again, that's something that you guys can possibly choose to do as well. Looking just to reset in certain moments, win the ball back, have the possession with the centre backs, and then once that's done, it's a great cross into the box. Once that's done, then you can look to build out your play from back to front. Even a back pass to your goalkeeper can more or less restructure your side and allow them to go forward. But that pass from, I think it may have been, yep, it was Middelstadt into the box for Llewellyn, who, like I said, looks to angle his runs into the box, pop up at the back post for those, crosses, and he's done so very nicely there, beating the defensive line, beating the goalkeeper as well, and putting the ball in the back of the net. Now, you will tend to see quite a lot of overlapping done in that wider left channel between Middelstadt and Furyk, who often will look to still maintain a bit of width to his game, but more so sometimes allow a bit more space down that wider left space. Whereas Wagnerman will look to invert a little bit more. But there can be a bit more of a dynamic mix between, the fullbacks. Like them to sometimes both invert, other times both overlap. They can do a very effective job. Great tracking back from Furyk there. Back into the centre back. Again, just looking to reset the natural structure of the side. Look at that, Middelstadt in loads of space, looking for the ball. Plays a little 1-2 with Stiller. Stiller out into Furyk. Furyk back into Stiller. But look at that, Middelstadt's made a great run over the top here. Great ball. You often see this with a Sebastian Hoeneß side. And then he plays a square ball into Undav, who puts the ball in the back of the net, waiting for the cutback in the box for the right opportunity. A fantastic bit of attacking play from the left back. 2 assists in this game, by the way. 2 fantastic attacking assists. Wonderful bit of movement off the ball from Undav, making the run into the space, looking for the best possible opportunity to put himself in the scoring position. And yeah, a great start to the game. We've maintained possession. The centre-backs have been absolutely key and pivotal to the build-up play. And we've won the ball back very aggressively there through Undav, who press in that central zone. There we go. Wagnerman making that overlapping run now. Can he maybe work something? Little layoff. Oh, almost there into Llewellyn. Could have been something very, very special. Oh my, they've beaten the press there. Zagadou, who is often hampered for pace. He's being exploited here. Mbabu looking to attack. Reads the game so well. And they've cleared it with a bit of haste. No real composure in that back line. Well done, Anton. What the? Wow. Okay, well, now Augsburg are looking to press us. And again, guys, if you are playing against a lesser opposition, like an Augsburg, you can pump your defensive depth line up to around an 85. I often think that that's the best possible defensive depth to give. Oh, both centre-backs taken advantage of, but a great save from Nubel. But yes, you want to more or less pile on the pressure on the opposition, allowing them to maybe try and, push higher up the field. They can look to show for the ball a bit more in the opposition's half. You're very involved in the attacking play. So against maybe a Bayern Munich, you drop that back down to a 75, and you'll still maintain that nice high line, which will still help and assist with the possession-based style of football. But yeah, that's a key element to the attacking success. Great tackle there from Wagnerman. We need to more or less restructure here. Out to Llewellyn. Back into Guerassi, who's showing for the ball quite nicely. We're not going to play it into Furyk just yet. Oh, and Guerassi made the run behind the man. It's on a very solid run there. Press. Second man pressing is also very helpful for the system to succeed. You need a lot of bodies running around as much as possible, trying to win the ball back in those advanced spaces. A great ball into the box, but Wagnerman with his height is used very, very nicely. And here we go. Guerassi looking to combine with Furyk. That's on me, to be honest, but Furyk made a great well-timed run, and if I had found him in the space, it could have been more so tickets for the opposition and their back line of Augsburg. But the first half, not too bad at all. A lot of attacking outlets down the left-hand side, a lot of control in the back line, but I do think that as the half went on, we did kind of lose a lot of the control of the game. Okay, so taking a look at some of the stats at the break, we have got 52% possession to Augsburg's 48. Again, I think we were very much in control, and then after that second goal went in, we did lose a little bit of that control, which has allowed them to more or less get back in the game with the possession, but that will obviously improve in the second half. We've had 2 shots and we scored 2 goals from it. That's why we have a 100% shot accuracy. 58 passes to their 38, that's not too bad. We've put in more tackles, we've won more tackles. We've been very proactive on the defensive end, which is exactly what you want to see from this this Stuttgart counter-pressing type system. But yeah, very impressed with that first half. As you'll see here for the possession, a lot in that middle right area, looking to maintain the ball. A lot of interchange passes between the likes of a Kazor as well as a Llewellyn and even an Undav. And then in the wider left channel, higher up the field, a lot of crosses supplied into the box for the attacks as well as cutbacks. We saw with Mittelstadt getting the 2 assists. But yeah, we do need to maintain and retain the ball a bit better. And as you can see there, like I mentioned, as the half went on, a lot of the attacking outlets kind of fizzled out, and we allowed the likes of Augsburg to get back in the game with a lot more ball control, higher up the field in the more advanced areas. And as you can see for their possession side of things, a lot of the attacking fluidity is coming down the right-hand channel. So that is something that we will have to focus on. I know that their right-hand side is our left-hand side, and Mittelstadt has been more of an attacking fullback in the first half. Okay, and then finally, as you can see here, the passing. A lot of passes between the midfield and the fullbacks, more so Stiller and Mittelstadt combining quite nicely. We need a bit more between Furyk and Mittelstadt as well in that wide left channel. But so far, so good. A few long balls knocked into the forwards, which have been very good at holding up the play and then looking to link it up quite effectively higher up the field. But maybe we need to see a bit more of that as well as also trying to get Nubel involved in the attacking build-up play going forward. Okay, looking to press here in the second half. Of course, we don't really need to change the system that much, as I am looking to just more or less play the 4-2-2 system, or the 4-4-2 system, depending on how you see it. But lots of second man pressing straight into the middle zone, looking to win it back. Oh, well, here we go. Anton, such a good job at just being able to position himself so well. There we go, Stiller into Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt forward ball into Furyk. Furyk. Oh, look at that combination play. Look at that combination play. Grassi making a great run forward, and it's been knocked off the defender for a throw-in. They defended that quite well. Kazor dropping a bit deeper, showing for the ball quite nicely. Back into the wide zone of Llewellyn. Llewellyn trying to get it through to Stiller there, but it just was not meant to be. And they will look to break on us, so we do need to engage with the opposition here. Doing a good job. Anton, he's been sucked out of his more central zone. Look at that back post overlap. And thank you, Nubel, for being there, my savior. Yeah, we were kind of sucked into this wider left space. Sorry, the wider right space. Vacating the left space for the back post run. But it's fine. It's all right. Just hold the ball, restructure your team, put the ball on the ground, and let's look to play it. Now, I will also say that Nubel, very good at finding the midfield players who often will look to show for the ball. And that was a misplaced pass from yours truly. Lovely. I was trying to find Undav, not Garassi. But it's fine. It's all right. We've won it back. Nicely done there. Bang, bang, bang. Good ball over the top there for Llewellyn, who brings it down nicely. And Babu gets there quite nicely. Well, so far, second half hasn't really gone according to plan. We've been trying to maintain possession. And I have just been making an absolute mess of it. Kazor and Stiller looking to press. They do also shift quite a lot along the back line. Oh my god, have I given away a penalty? Okay, well, that's just unfortunate. It's standard procedure. I give away a penalty like every other game. Oh my goodness me. Well, we will be bringing on Ito. I think Ito with this system, Zagardu's pace is a big issue, so Ito might be a better fit for it. And even Ito has been deployed as a left back in certain moments, so he does have a lot of pace to burn, going forward, going backwards. So yeah, maybe he is a better option for the side. Good ball out wide here into Wagnerman. Nicely done there into Undav. Undav holds it up very well. Look at this wide space. We've got Mittelstadt making an overlapping run. Who's in the box? Who's in the central area? Puts it into Undav. What are they doing? Wow, they are. Mbabu's taking this whole thing, and I made another mistake. What? Okay, Anton, nicely done there into Nubel. Nubel will invite the pressure and choose to go long into Undav, who wins the ball back nicely into Guirassy. Good combination play, intricate passing. Good ball out wide. Wagnerman in the space. Wagnerman puts in a great ball to the opposite flank. Furyk this time puts a ball back into the box, and it's a bang! Oh my goodness me, what an opportunity. Furyk supplying the goods when we need it. Silas will come on. I haven't really had time to change his instructions, but he will be set to come on. Guirassy's there. No, can't get it to go. And Anton gets absolutely obliterated, but it's fine. We've won the ball back through some really good positioning and pressing. And they almost look to win the ball back there. We get the pass off. There we go. Guirassy turns beautifully, puts it past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. A 3-1 lead for the big man and, of course, Stuttgart. Some good build-up play, sucking the opposition out, opening up and exploiting the spaces. Good ball retention, good ball rotation, and it leads to the inevitable goal. Good midfield build-up and also chance creation from the central zone. So we've created from the wider areas as well as the central areas of the pitch. Great little bit of play, good touch, good move, good spin into the space, and then obviously looking to execute the final shot. Yep, Augsburg effectively puts to the sword, and we're just shoring up the midfield area with Dohut coming in. He will obviously add a bit more aggression to the midfield areas and a bit more stamina as well. The likes of Stiller was looking a bit tired there at the end. Aito positions himself quite well there, disrupts the fluidity of the natural attacking movement, and forces a tougher shot opportunity. Well done, well won. Into Furyk. I think that's Furyk. Is it Furyk? I don't know. Back into Nubel. We will look to move the ball a lot faster now. Big ball down the line. There we go. Dohut sets to have it. Great run from Guirassy just in behind the defense, and he leathers a shot at the goalkeeper, and that should be the game in a nutshell. Some good pressing in the game, some good opportunities created, maybe a few lapses in concentration from yours truly, but I think you guys get the gist of how you should look to try and play in this 4-2-2 system with the likes of Stuttgart. If you have enjoyed this video, as always, please smash that like button down below, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. But until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a damn great day, and I'm out of here.